Hello. In this video, we're going to demonstrate how the Rabid Models hinge slotting tool works to put hinges on foam, such as you'll find on the Rabid Models airplanes. So what we're going to do is demonstrate with this piece of foam here, which has already been cut to simulate an aileron. The first thing we're going to do is put a bevel in the foam, and we're going to use a ruler and cut the foam on each side, a little sliver at about a 45-degree angle, like this. There's one side. Turn it over. Right, there's the other side. Next we'll do this piece. I'm holding a knife at about a 45-degree angle and just cutting off a little sliver, a little less than 1/8 of an inch or so. Not super important as long as you are consistent. Do it the same way on both sides. All right, now I have this piece beveled. Now you can see the bevel isn't the same on both sides. We need it to be 45 degrees. So to fix it up, I'm going to use the new Rabid Models sanding tool. This one's the 45-degree or 90-degree angle with 245s. You just put it on the surface, make sure you don't want to be off like that. You want it to be centered. And just draw it back and forth a few times on the foam. And this will create an even 45-degree bevel on the surfaces very easily. Do the same thing on here. There we go. Now, we're going to install some hinges, some CA hinges on this surface. First thing I'm going to do is mark the location of where I want to put my hinges. Now, you know, you'd be doing this according to the instructions on the airplane, but for this demonstration, I'm just going to mark one here with my pen and the other one here. I'm going to be using Sonictronic hinges. These are the types that come with the Rabid Models kits. The trick is that you have to put a slot in the foam right in the center, and that's where this little tool comes in really handy. It's made to put the slot in the exact center of the edge. This foam can be different thicknesses. It's not always consistent. So what I've done is I've made two tools. One's a little bit skinnier than the other, so you can use whichever one fits the best. This one, when I've tried to put it on, it's tight. Which is okay, but I don't want to crush the edge of the foam. So this one's a little bit looser. It's not too loose, so I'm going to use that one. Just use the one that fits best. Okay, once the tool is on the foam, you move it until you can see the mark in the window. There's the first mark, and this centers the slot where it's supposed to be. So you hold the tool and put the knife through the slot, and the slot is designed to hold the knife at the right angle so that it's not only going in the exact center, it's going vertical. Okay, it's a tight fit. There's one. I'm going to move this over to the other line. There's the mark. And I'm going to repeat. Putting this in the slot and pressing down, doing both sides. Like that. And your slots are right in the exact center of that bevel. And the hinges will be inserted into those slots. There's one. Here's the other. about halfway in. I got to put a slot in this other side, and this is a aileron. Here's my mark. Move it over to the other mark. The slot is the same width as the hinge. Okay. And the two surfaces will go together. A little tricky putting both of them in at the same time, but there we go. Like so. And of course, to install these hinges, you just put CA on the hinge, both sides. With it partially inserted like that, you put the CA on the hinge, turn it over, put CA on the hinge, and then press it together, and you're done. That's all there is to it. I hope you can see why this tool works so well. It's exactly what you need to do this job.